I don't know what kind of games IG is going to play today, but it looked like IG is up for games today because I didn't end the live early either. When I checked out to reconnect my headphones, I didn't cut it out. So, you know, I do make a lot of political commentary, but then like comments, and I repost a lot of. I don't know. I know that I'm not on the agenda. I know that much. I know I'm not on the program. You know what I mean? I know I'm not letting motherfuckers. I'm not pushing what they want me to push. I know that much. Fox Body in the building. What's up, Fox Body 5.0? Tony Stark 620. 50-50 Debo the Don TV. Thank you. He said looking fresh, OG. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm not in the woods. You know, I had to come outside. You know what I mean? Yeah, look, there go my replica right there. Motherfucker replica. There's a glitch in the matrix. But I was saying that I the only problem I got, and this is in response to the homie said he said something on the last right before they cut us off just now. He was saying something about something that made me say I don't have no problems, or something about life, living a good life, something like that, right? And like, yeah, man, shit. To be living is good. To be living and be healthy is good. To be living and healthy and free is good. To be living healthy, free, and functional is fucking great. Especially, you know, shit, in about 90 days, less than 90 days, I'll be 58.
58.
50 motherfucking 8, nigga. Feel that, nigga.
I'm not.
Feel that, nigga.
Nah.
I don't mean for you to feel it. I mean, feel that. Feel that energy, motherfucker. Let me tell you something, man, y'all. Y'all better pace yourselves. People ask me, like, I remember one time Jeezy, this was a long time ago. We were in Justin's on P Street, and they were doing something for like his second album. So he walked in, and he was like, he looked at me. He's like, he looked at me, looked at my arms, and he said, how you doing? I was like, just pace yourself, nigga. That's it, just pace yourself. A lot of cats be in bad shape when they get even 18 years younger than me. Because one, they expect to. For one, they expect to. And because they expect to, because they think that what they commonly see in people's conditions as older people, they think it's just time. It's not just time. It's behavior. It's treatment. You know, y'all motherfuckers be like, y'all know I was with Shannon the other night, right? So we talking and shit, you know, and I'm like, you know, to be the heavyweight champion or any kind of champion in a competitive sport takes a tremendous amount of extraordinary character, determination, drive, focus, discipline that most people, and I'm talking about in the history of people, I would say that 1% of all the people who ever existed, you know, have that kind of drive. To do it twice is phenomenal. You know, he could be in the Guinness Book of World Records for that. for real. Along with a couple of others, but not very many, you know. And he said, you know what though? I fucked it up. I said, how so? He said, pussy. You know, and I was like, I mean, it don't make sense to me. Like, if pussy were a weakness or such a preoccupation for you, I don't think that you would have made it in the first place. But I guess the drive to do it probably came from feeling like I'm not enough, you know, because he went through a lot of hardship. You know, he was homeless and mother was strung out and all type shit. Father was in prison, shit like that. He had a rough time living on the streets, sleeping on the train, shit like that. And maybe not being in a condition or position where he could get girls and get girls' attention like a young person at that age would be, you know, doing. Yeah. Maybe that's why he was, you know, driven. Like, I want to get girls.
I got to be the champ.
Right. I got to get girls. So in order for me to get girls, I gotta push.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's one thing to fight, but if I'm fighting and I'm not the top, then it still don't matter.
Right.
It's like with basketball players, you know, they got this drive of when they're in the NBA, and then they finally they get their rookie contract, and then that rookie contract is over, and now it's their major contract. Like they get $300 million. It's like, oh nigga, I can stop now. I can stop like trying to go hard. I could just relax and take my foot off the gas. But that's when it's time to like really turn it up and lock in. But you know, too much access. They stop wanting to grind.
That's really fucked up, right? Because to do all that work to get to the point where you could get that level of accolade, that level of monetary success, and then let it slip away because you can't find the level of motivation you initially had to get it. That's why I believe it's, that's another reason why I believe it's so important for us to push ourselves intellectually, right? Because as I always say, we are the manifestation, our physical condition is a manifestation of our mind at this time, you know? And wherever you are in your travels on this journey called life. And if you're, say, like in the instance that I was talking about with Shannon, if Shannon's main drive was to get to a point where he could attract and access the level of women that he was aspiring to, you know, he was talking about how he had some super duper bad women, whatever, this and the other. And of course that's relative, right? You know, whatever his standard for super bad is, you know, he felt like he had achieved that. Now, if that mentality was obviously born in a adolescent, but if that adolescent drive, that adolescent motivation, if it pushes you to the point as it did with him where you can get the level of success you want to get, but then you achieve that level of success, but you don't evolve the motivation, then what's your next level of motivation? You know, what pushes you from this level to the next level?
They didn't think that far. They just knew that they knew what they didn't want to feel like, and they got as far as they could believe possible away from it. And now they're at that pinnacle. It's like, I got the money, I got the notoriety, I'm here. Like, I really don't know what else to do. And nobody else that I know can give me the information. Nobody has what I have, so they can't tell me, yo, I should do this, where I'm going to respect their insight and actually follow through.
Nobody has what I have. You know, it's the same shit that happens to niggas in the street. Same shit. So a lot of times cats in the street that blow up, even a little bit, you know, I mean, if you are a mid-level cat and you only making $1,000 a day, that's $30,000 a month. You know what I mean? Like, it's I mean, depending on the level of risk that you're taking, you know what I mean? You're still in a top 10 percentile in the world. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. And if you're motivated by the kinds of things that dude was motivated by, you know, wanting to be able to dress better, smell better, you know, look better, and so that you will be received better, not just because you want better and desire better for yourself, but so that other people will treat you better and think better about you. That'll happen pretty fucking fast.
Boy, that money will go faster.
That shit will happen pretty fast. That people are like, oh, because they ain't got shit and you making $1,000 a day. So they ain't got shit. So it won't be long before most of the people that somebody who comes from struggle is going to, you know, be like that motherfucker amongst those people. And if they don't find another level of motivation, they usually find the bottom again pretty fucking fast. That's what happens. So a nigga will get some money, and even myself, like, you know, I came from money, right? So there's the other side of that. So if you come from money, you had money all your life, your relationship with money is different. You don't have the kind of, you're not motivated by money like other people are motivated by money.
I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
And I don't care about it. People be looking at me like, they think I'm lying. Like when I auditioned for Wildin' Out and we were standing there and they were like, all right, now this round y'all gonna do a rap. And I was standing there and I was like, I don't want to rap. And I was like, oh shit, I don't care about this opportunity. And mentally I just checked out and was like, oh, I don't want to do this. And I just stopped. And everybody was like, why you just... I was like, I didn't want to... I realized at that moment standing there that, oh, I'm going to be doing this every week. And I don't want to do this. Like, being on TV is cool. The notoriety is cool. But that, I'm going to wind up doing something drastic because that's going to come back in the way.
That's interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's interesting. How long ago was that?
2012.
So that was 13 years ago.
Yeah.
13 years ago, you were 22?
22, something like that.
Right?
Yeah.
26.
26.
So what do you think about the decision, the mindset, and the mentality of 26-year-old you now, looking back at his process?
I think I was short-sighted. I think I was real short-sighted in my process, and I looked at it from a very limited perspective of my immediate emotions as opposed to my overall situation. And I didn't have the foresight to understand that positioning my face in this space would just put me in a position where it would mark me being established. And I just, you know, I tanked it. I tanked it. I blew it myself. I wound up back on the show years later, but I was with Dub and he said some shit and we got kicked off.
Oh, that don't surprise me at all. But you didn't need Dub to get yourself kicked off.
Nah, I didn't. But it would have
got yourself kicked off. I'm pretty sure
that was the thing. If he would have came on, it would have happened because he would have been somebody that he would have had the clout to be able to say certain things, and I would have already felt it, and he would have just stood in it with me. Now, that nigga's stupid. Like, he would have just stood on it with me because he would have had the position, and that's just my nigga. So I'd ask somebody to stay in the shit with me.
I mean, you know, that ties back to that same mindset that Shannon felt caused him to undercut himself, not once but twice, after winning the heavyweight championship of the world. And even now, you know, when we were talking the other night, it seems like he still believes he has that same level of preoccupation, you know, how old is Shannon now? Shannon's like 54 now.
Boy, it's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard.
And
I mean, it's not hard, but I mean, it's a lot of enticement. And if you, especially if your woman is not nurturing you in the ways where she should, you're gonna be really susceptible to other women's, you know, being nice to you. Your girl not nice to you, and you walk into a strip club, you walk into a girl event, a bar, and the girl goes, "Hey, how you doing? Oh my God, you look nice." Your girl never talked to you like that. She didn't stop talking to you like that. So that alone, that woman just don't have that man interest just because random women just speak life into him with the way they speak to him.
I mean, if you're dealing with a woman, your woman, and she doesn't speak life into you. Unless she forced her way into your life, you have to recognize that she is a condition of your condition because you chose her. There's something about you that made you choose someone who is not inclined to speak life into you. In a lot of instances, it's because they had mothers that didn't. And although they didn't like it, they probably never recognized what it really was about the way that their mother treated them that they didn't like. And if your only example, your only primary example of a female is your own mother, and she is emotionally withholding, which a lot of women are, and it's not particular to females, but just saying the fact of the matter is a lot of women are emotionally withholding. And a lot of times that has to do with psychological issues that may or may not come from some sort of abuse or neglect from their childhood. And that's the cycle of dysfunction. So she came from a home where she wasn't being esteemed or spoken to in a nice way or a encouraging way or so forth. Then as much as she didn't like it, she still doesn't know how to do it. Just because she didn't like it doesn't mean she won't grow up and become just like that, because it's the example that was set for her, and just like her parent, her mother, father, whoever might have instilled that in her, just like they probably didn't consciously say, you know what, I'm not going to tell my child I love them. I'm not going to hug my child and tell them that they're beautiful or they're smart or they're handsome I'm not going to do that. They're just not doing it. And they might say it's because they're so busy, they got so much on their mind, or whatever have you. But the fact of the matter is that level of nurturing is not happening. So if you end up with a girl that has never had that level of nurturing, it's not an accident. It's not a happenstance. It's a result of a condition in your own, psychological and emotional state. And if you never address it, it'll never change. You just keep picking the same girl over and over again. It'll be a different face, different place. Maybe she'll be Hispanic. Maybe next time she'll be Asian. Next time she'll be, a Black American girl. Next time she'll be a white American girl or Canadian girl, which means she could be any 6 different nationalities or cultures or whatever at the same fucking time. It won't matter. It'll be the same chick. It'll be the same girl. The girl that I used to date all the time, like the same girl, picking the same girl all the time, the stereotype that I went for, or the model, was usually kind of demure, not like wild, outspoken, not like that. None of that. Smart in school, all smart. Never dealt with a girl that was not, like, in school, super smart in school. Out of school, socially, not so much on the ball.
I be picking up too, they.
Huh?
I be picking up. It's my little bag, huh?
Boop. Yeah, it's over and over again, Mm-hmm. And I always got along with him. I got along with him and shit like that. The only time I didn't get along with him was when I would disappear for weeks at a time.
Oh yeah, they get mad.
You know what I mean? I disappear because I'm in the street, you know what I mean? And I got other women. So I ain't speak, while I was with you every day for 2 weeks straight, there was somebody else going, where the fuck is this thing? You know what I mean? And, had to make my rounds and all that, whatever. But all of that stuff, like me needing to do that, me needing to have all these multiple women, all that shit comes from experiences that we have as children that we don't understand, and we rarely have anybody around us that has a degree of understanding that they could offer us to help us, pick up on the patterns that aren't serving us. You understand what I'm saying? That's why this whole developing and learning and all that stuff, like, That's why it's so important, bro. Because you could fuck around. You ever heard the expression, I ran out of money before I ran out of month? Mm-hmm. Like, motherfuckers be running out of information and knowledge and wisdom before they run out of life. So they get to 30, 35 years old and really ain't got no more to work with in terms of figuring out what the fuck to do next.
This girl I was just talking about, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. They're Nike people, and I love the Obamas. I was like, girl, you are all right, bet.
The what? The what people?
The Nike.
Anunnaki?
Yeah,
she was talking about the Anunnaki. Mm-hmm. And what about the Anunnaki?
She loved them.
She loved the Anunnaki?
Yeah, and she know about it.
I don't really know what she means by she loves the Anunnaki, but okay.
That's what I said. I was like,
she loves the subject of the Anunnaki? She loves the subject?
She like, do you know about it? I'm like, yeah. So what you know? I'm like, I know I fuck with him.
No, this nigga's stupid. This nigga says, I fuck with him. I fuck with the Anunnaki.
Like,
I fuck with him.
I'm still trying to, like, I still want to remain able to fuck. Like, so I'm not going to not disagree. So I agree. Yeah, girl.
This nigga ain't shit. Don't ask me how you got this way. Do not ask me how you got this way. This is an anomaly. Okay? This is an anomaly. You know how I always say that a lot of what we are and how we are is attributed to our developmental circumstances and our primary influences or whatever? This is a glitch in the matrix right here. I'm telling you. Because there's a lot about this guy that I can't put my finger on. All I can do is say it must have something to do with his mother's people. Or his mother's father. You know, because his mother, she didn't know who her father was, right? So, and she told me one time, she said she saw a picture. Her mother showed her a picture. And she described him. So he said, you know, he had on sunglasses. And I think she said he had a mustache and he had on a big hat. I saw he was a macaroni. Your mother was a hoe. You know? And I said, so yeah, you a trick baby. That's what the fuck that was. You know what I mean? Now
I do got a uncle that I'm like 8, 9 years older than. So my grandmother was definitely still outside.
Oh, no doubt. When I met your mother, your grandmother was outside like a motherfucker. Like a motherfucker. Yeah, she was something else. Why you think I ain't want you to go over there?
Yeah, well, he would be my grandfather. My grandfather, he went to high school with my mother.
That's crazy.
Big Mark went to high school with my mom.
Word. That's right. Big Mark did go to school with your mom.
He was in the 10th and she was in the 12th. Yeah.
So Big Mark is younger than your mother?
Yes, he's younger than my mother.
So your mother's mother was dating a guy 2 grades lower than her in high school. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? That's from the other side of the tree. So all that anomalous shit, that's from the other side of the tree.
Everybody over there was killing everybody. So it ain't get better.
But I'm just saying, it was some degree of normative, behavior, whatever. This nigga is crazy.
He said normative.
This motherfucker, yeah, they was crazy. They was crazy. I guess I'm the anomaly.
Yeah.
I must be the motherfucking anomaly. Because I escaped the crazy.
Yes.
I escaped the crazy, bro. I really did. The other day, my wife went to Jabari's spot to get the electrical shit looked at because of the battery. When you change the battery, when the guy changed the battery for me a couple of weeks ago, he did not know that when you change that battery in an X5, you gotta put it on the diode machine and recalibrate everything so that all of the electrical shit aligns or whatever, right? It's like some extra shit.
Yeah.
I don't even understand. I didn't go through that when I changed the battery in my 550. I don't understand why that was like that, but that's what it is. So she goes over there, and he got some white boy, some white dude over there, some white gay dude, and somehow they get into it, and you know, I know my wife. I'm pretty sure she probably cussed him out or whatever. You know what I mean? But, you know, she showed regard for the fact that it's Jabari's spot, whatever. But Jabari never called me and said anything. So your man got into a thing with my wife, and you don't call me and be like, yo, you know, my business partner or whatever, whoever this bitch ass nigga is to you, whatever, you know, you don't say nothing. Since that, it's been 3 days. It has been difficult for me to have normative thoughts about a response. So when I say I escaped the crazy, you know how the road runner, you know, and coyote be like right there, like almost got him, whatever. That's how I am with the crazy. I'm moving like a motherfucker, but the crazy be on my ass. Really, it really be on my ass. Like for real. But I don't want to be a fucking loser, right? So I don't let bitch ass punk motherfuckers, I don't let the fact that they bitch ass punk motherfuckers, I don't let that cause me to behave in a way. I didn't know better when I was younger. So when a bitch ass punk motherfucker would do some bitch ass punk motherfucker shit, I would break them. I'll bust they shit. Like for real. Split a motherfucker dead to the white meat. Niggas know. But you know what I recognized? I was fortunate that I didn't lose my freedom or lose my life fucking around with bitch ass niggas. Faggot motherfuckers. Like trying to correct them all the time. I corrected a lot of niggas. But in real life, I didn't correct them. I thought I was correcting them. I thought I was like, yeah, nigga, you gonna act right like a motherfucker now, right? Because now you done got a foot to your ass. Now you gonna act right. But it wasn't.
You changed some lives.
You think so?
Yes.
I'd like to think I did, man.
Because that's how pain works. You know how you go to do something, you be like, I can't flip like that. Because when I flip like that, my back twists. So you get your ass whipped good enough, you be like, I ain't gonna say that to nobody no more like that.
I'd like to think that's the impact it had, because I wasn't a bully. I wasn't trying to be a bad guy and shit like that. It's just I was really minding my motherfucking business, and because of whatever they got going on, they weren't paying attention to the energy coming off of me that said, you really shouldn't fuck with me unless you're ready to kill or die.
But
really shouldn't.
You just taught them that some people really mean that, because a lot of times people don't get that. You know, people posture a lot, so it's like, yo. So they ain't never really met a nigga that's tough and really gonna stand on what he's saying. So you taught them that that's a reality.
I'd like to think I did, bro. I'd like to think I did. For real. All right. Yeah. So I'm about to go over here and get with. Hold on. Hey, yo. with my bitch. Yeah. Not the tiny. Not that. Yeah, about to go over here and do this. It's a podcast, but it's live with a live audience. So about to go over here and do this joint. And it's gonna be the first time I'm doing with a live audience. So we're gonna see what that do. And in over a year. Ain't shit changed. Ain't a motherfucking thing changed. It's trafficy like a motherfucker. Mad traffic. But Atlanta's a pretty city though, man. Minus the bullshit, Atlanta's all right. You understand me? This week been kind of crazy. My mizzle, my man.
It'll fit right. It'll do right on your belt, so you can tuck it.
Okay, excellent. My mizzle, my man. Get on the mic like you know you can. So yeah, about to do something I never did before. I never did a live audience before. Never did that. So we're gonna see how that work out. People being able to actually engage me in real time, you know, and ask me questions in real time. We're gonna have a mic in the audience and all of that. And, you know, I'm gonna do what I do. Keep it a thou wow while we powwow. You know the dig? I can do a day away from the woods. Just one day. I don't really want to be away from the woods more than that. The hill. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. So, yeah, this week on these lives, between Shannon popping up and me having to be on the highway to get here, I wasn't able to really do it like I likes to do it, but you know, progress is a process, you understand what I'm saying? So, y'all just stick with me. Hey Leroy, I don't know if you still in the in the audience there, bro, but if you are, tap in, because I really wanna, I'm gonna have to jump off soon because I gotta use my navigation, pull up this address and shit where his things going down at. And so, but Leroy, you gotta tap in with me, man, and go live with me. You know what I mean? Talk to the people about some of those wild graffiti times. I used to be a graffiti writer back in the days, back in the 70s and shit. I was a wild little gun-toting, little fighting ass, bust your ass little nigga, like real, what they used to call a hard rock. I was a hard rock. Fight everybody, beat everybody. Niggas don't like that. Niggas don't like that shit. Niggas don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. But it's just a fact of the matter. Somebody gotta be that person. Everybody knows somebody like that. We exist. What can I fucking tell you? You know what I mean? But Leroy, come on here and chop it up. Tell some old wild ass South Bronx stories and shit. You understand me? Ed 77, Ed Morning 77 in this motherfucker. JB 149th Street 220. What's happening with you, man? Ah, Losima Plotting. What's going on, man? What's happening with you? Incogniti. What's up, Incogniti? This Ja. What's up, Ja? Juice Team Media. There we go. There we go. I'm on my way. Always One. Thanks for tapping in. It's sad, but that's my life experience with my OG. But I'm definitely ain't choosing it. That's a always one said. My name is not my name. What's going on, bro? What's happening with you? That's right, Ed. The truth always comes out. That's why ain't no point in fronting. Like I tell motherfuckers all the time, like I'm a very public person, and I'm not that old, so it's mad people that remember me, grew up with me, knew me from 8, 9, 7 years old. You know what I mean? Like. It don't make sense for you to make up stories like don't nobody know you, or don't nobody remember you. You know what I mean? It's not like, you know, I grew up in a foreign fucking country. I grew up on 164th Street in the Grand Concourse in the South Bronx. You know, in the shadow of the Yankee Stadium. You know, I'm from 115th Street, 7th and 8th. You know, heart of Harlem. Like, I've been outside since the 70s. Outside. You know, so plenty of people have seen me and known me and ran with me at different points in different ways, whatever. Like, it ain't hard for nobody to disprove what I said. Anything I've ever said. It ain't hard for nobody to just be able to go, you know, oh, that nigga ain't that. It's not hard at all. Not hard at all, but there has never been anybody who actually knows me that has ever done anything like that. I mean, I've been in the public space for over 25 years now. Don Diva started in this January 2000. So I've been in the public space since then. The only goofy motherfuckers that have ever come out and tried to disparage my name are people who never met me before. The only ones ever, and they've done it with other people. So you know what their MO is. Their MO is see me. I'm a nothing muffin. See me. That's what the fucking. I'ma ride this nigga nuts and see if I can get some recognition by osmosis. But I promise you, near none of them cocksucking, dick riding motherfuckers have ever stood in front of me. Ever. Stood in front of me. No motherfuckers ever stood in front of me and disregarded me and disrespected me, and managed to walk away. You know, like, fuck suckers and fuck sucker culture. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. All right, mind plug out. Remember, think critically so you can live wonderfully. Peace or not.